Coming up on Mustang News, Cal Poly makes another step to reduce its carbon footprint.
And we will take you to the Special Olympics.
And finally, find out who is the fastest Chihuahua in the county.
Broadcasting from Swanson Studios, you're watching Mustang News.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Mustang News. I'm Ben Fletcher.
And I'm Anna George. Mustang News starts right now. A formal dedication of the brand new HD studio. Last weekend, we honored Bill and Cheryl Swanson, who donated $100,000 and made the upgrades possible. The new Bill and Cheryl Swanson studio has the best technology, including a robotic camera, chroma key wall, and other equipment to allow for this show to be broadcasted in high definition. President Jeffrey Armstrong also supports the cause for the latest technology.
Bill and Cheryl are both Cal Poly grads, and they care deeply about Cal Poly. It's an opportunity, it's a venue, it's a vehicle to showcase anything at Cal Poly and everything at Cal Poly.
The donation has allowed for the studio to switch from standard definition to high definition.
Buildings in downtown SLO have been around for over 2 centuries, will soon have new owners. The first mayor of San Luis Obispo, Charles Johnson, owned the cluster of buildings on the corner of Higuera and Choro Street. The mayor purchased this string of buildings around 1860, and they have remained in the family for 5 generations. The last living relative, Leslie Naiman, died in 2014, so the buildings will be sold as part of an estate sale. The buildings were originally made of wood, but have been remodeled and modernized throughout the decades.
That was in 1903, and that guy standing there is this guy. And he was the one who built it.
The price of the buildings has not been disclosed to the public, but tenants who rent the buildings think it will be about $15 million. Coming up, Campus Dining took a bite from its survey. We'll tell you what they found. Wheelchair races, long jump, and shot put, everyone was a winner at the Special Olympics on Friday.
Fresh edition of Poly Playbook.
We're serving up all the hot action, cool plays, and everything in between for Cal Poly Athletics.
I'm Connor McCarthy.
I'm Nate Edelman.
I'm Brian Strong.
Poly Playbook starts now.
Who do you think will win the Super Bowl this year?
I think the Patriots are going to win.
Hi, I'm Joe Schatz, and I'm here at Spanos Stadium.
I'm Megan Haley here at Staples Center.
Myself will be taking on Sierra Highland, best pitcher in Big West softball history. Let's see how this goes.
Tune in every week to Poly Playbook, right here on Mustang News.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year, 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 68. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
This summer, Cal Poly will break ground in a solar farm that will generate renewable energy for our campus with the help of an unlikely crew, our sheep unit.
Using sheep to graze utility-scale solar farms is actually becoming a common practice in the industry, and this provides an opportunity for the sheep unit not only to continue to have that acreage for grazing and feed for their herd, but to use it for research opportunities on how to manage vegetation on utility-scale solar farms. There's going to be rows of panels with space in between, because you don't want this panel to throw a shadow on that panel and make it not produce, so they separate them. Which means there's going to be these open walk lanes in between all the rows that you still have to manage the vegetation. You can't just let it grow up until it's tall and it throws shade, or you create a fire hazard. The system is going to be 4.5 megawatts in size. It'll generate about 25% of our total campus electricity needs per year, which means that's eliminating 25% of our greenhouse gas emissions from electricity right in one fell swoop. We expect this system is going to result in about $17 million in savings on our utility bills over 20 years. It is currently in design. We expect to break ground with actual construction activity probably late June to early July, and the system will be complete and up and running and producing by the end of December of this year.
Megan Healy, Mustang News.
Solar farm will be completed by winter of next school year.
After reviewing student surveys, Cal Poly Corporation will be making some changes to campus dining in the fall. The survey was put on by Cal Poly Corporation, and results show that many students are satisfied with certain campus dining options like Campus Market, Einstein Bagels, and Red Radish. According to the survey, campus dining was lacking in the pricing of food, a number of healthy options, and the quality of the food. In the fall, Cal Poly Corporation will be using this feedback from students to improve on dining venues.
Can we really offer more variety and more creativity in that area? And I think that's something that we've been talking about for a while, and with our chefs have really got that in their mind as we move into this next year.
One of those ideas, Lethem said, was to have a rotating menu for certain restaurants that would change each quarter. Chartwell Higher Education will also be taking over management of all campus dining venues in the fall.
College of Science and Mathematics received the largest donation in CSU history last week. Reporter Elena Wasserman finds out how everyone feels about it.
$110 million.
So happy for the College of Science and Mathematics, because this is a game changer. The college will never be the same again.
I did research last summer, and I'm doing research again this summer, and so it's really awesome to know that that is going to be funded, and it's going to be like an opportunity that is continued for not only me, but students who come after me, so I'm really excited about it.
It's definitely a good motivation factor for kids to choose this biology department versus maybe some others. And I think that it's also going to really improve maybe some of the quality of things, maybe also get some new technology in here that we weren't previously able to pay for. I'm super stoked, and I'm really excited to come back in 10 years and see a beautiful new building that I did not get to use, but would love to have used, because I know that I love Baker, and that was a donation, and I can't imagine not having that.
$20 million of the donation will go towards building a new structure that will be 50% agriculture, 40% College of Science and Mathematics, and 10% for liberal arts. According to Bailey, most of the donation will be going towards research programs.
Although the historic donation is a game changer for the College of Science and Mathematics, according to Bailey, there's a concern there will be a decrease of donations the college receives from alumni through Cal Poly's Phone-a-thon. Cal Poly Phone-a-thon is our campaign where volunteers make phone calls to prospective donors or supporters. Architecture senior Shannon Saliba says she hasn't seen a huge change in donations for the college, but feels that there shouldn't be one.
Or maybe they feel like the college has enough money, but they don't really understand this is like a growing university and we're always moving forward and always need for their donations.
Although the donation gives the impression Cal Poly is well off, Phone-a-thon continues to call for donations for our growing university. A new entertainment venue called Discovery Slow is scheduled to open November 15th in downtown San Luis Obispo. Discovery Slow will be located on Choro Street and will serve as an 11-lane bowling alley, a concert hall, and a locally sourced restaurant. Additional gaming areas will include billiards, darts, bocce ball, and karaoke rooms. A members-only program will also be available in which members will have to access private event areas and a basement speakeasy. Before the scheduled open date, the Discovery Slow will also be hosting a management job fair within August where they will be hiring 8 salaried positions.
Athletes and volunteers from all around San Luis Obispo gathered at Cuesta College for this past weekend for the Special Olympics.
The 2017 Special Olympics Spring Regional Games took place Friday morning at Cuesta College. Athletes from all around San Luis Obispo showed up to compete in events like wheelchair racing, shot put, basketball, and even an obstacle course. Cal Poly students volunteered at the event, running events themselves and recording the times. Cal Poly journalism professor Tony Prado was out there supporting his daughter, who took home the gold in the wheelchair race.
This is my daughter's second time competing as a senior at Napomo High School, so she was here with her team. And yeah, we just come here and have a lot of fun. And she got a gold medal, which is great. It's her second one in that event. And yeah, that was her big thing today.
Lauren Phillips has been volunteering at this event for 7 years.
Favorite part is probably seeing their faces, like after they've accomplished something and they get the award and it's like true and they get to keep the awards. It's probably my favorite thing.
Even if you don't compete or know a competitor, the event is still rewarding in itself, just to see the smile on the athletes' faces. Joe Schutz and Anna George, Mustang News.
Coming up after the break, your weather report with Megan.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke. I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke fast.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach re-employment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Megan Healy, and here is your weekly weather report. Today, Thursday, May 11th, we have a high of 68 and a low of 51. Now, this is quite the temperature shift compared to last week, going from hot and sunny to wet and windy this week, as you'll see as the cooler temperatures will roll over into next week's forecast. Again, there's also going to be moderate winds up to high as 13 miles per hour. Let's take a look at the county temperature. All right, here in North County, you can see Paso Robles, Atascadero. We're going to do low 70s. Paso Robles actually reaching all the way up to 78. Quite the difference here compared to other counties. But the low, again, high 40s. And it's a little bit chillier than it was last week here on the Central Coast. Looking at South County and extended, we got Arroyo Grande, Napomo. Again, we're going to high 60s, but it's going to get a little bit chillier here at night with high 40s, low 50s. And if you're looking to get your surf on here on the Pacific, we actually have 5 to 7 foot northwesterly swells that we're going to decrease to about 4 to 6 feet here in the late afternoon. So if you're looking to catch some waves, better to do it in the morning. And looking at your 5-day forecast here, we have Thursday again today, high of 68, low of 51. Friday, 69, low 47. Saturday, 68, low 46. Continuing on, it's going to be mostly cloudy with a little bit of sun. over the weekend. And again, it's quite different than it was last week, as we could see and feel the sunshine. This weekend, it's going to be a little bit different. So make sure to grab a jacket when you go outside. All right, and Monday, nice weather here, little less clouds. And that is all we have here for your weekend weather report. I'm Megan Healy. Back to you guys at the desk.
Megan, thanks so much. That was great. The ASI Board of Directors passed a resolution to have feminine hygiene products in bathrooms campus-wide.
Together and wrote a resolution to provide free feminine hygiene products campus-wide.
Great, motion passes, and resolution 17-06 to provide feminine hygiene products campus-wide passes.
This is really focusing on the what, not necessarily the how of this process will be implemented, but it's an idea that has really gotten a lot of traction, a lot of students behind it. Knowing that a lot of students do use these products, there is the argument that we have free condoms on campus, but not free feminine hygiene products that are easily accessible like our condoms are. And while there are services provided through the Gender Equity Center and Pulse, when you need a feminine hygiene product or menstruating product, you need it right then and there. As of right now, facilities has a line item that is fully funded by the state, and that is for things like toilet paper, for things like classroom renovations, for things like painting walls. And so this would fall under that line item as stated in our resolution. And so it will be competing with those items as well. Could potentially cost a lot of money from facilities. This resolution altogether is one of the best examples of how student government can bring an issue to the board of directors to really showcase the student voice.
Now, this resolution did pass on Wednesday, but it will be up to facilities on how they will implement the change.
It was a packed house for the Casimir Cat Show at Fremont Theater. People were standing and dancing on the rows of theater chairs to get a better view. Casimir Cat is an alternative DJ from Norway. This is the second time he's performed in San Luis Obispo in the past 2 years. He just released a debut album called After Coachella. He's most well known for producing and remixing songs with well-known artists. He has recently gained a lot of popularity for his song Trust Nobody featuring Selena Gomez.
There were many ways to enjoy Cinco de Mayo in San Luis Obispo last weekend. Dan Dempster tells us how the Woods Humane Society celebrated the holiday.
Their fourth annual Chihuahuas de Mayo last weekend, featuring live music, food catered by G Brothers Smokehouse, a costume competition, and a series of races to crown the county's fastest Chihuahua. A total of 40 Chihuahuas registered for the race. Owners cheered their pets on from the finish line, enticing them with treats and toys to get them across the course.
And how does she practice? Cheese, lots of cheese. There's a lot of great secrets here to winning these races.
The event wasn't simply fun and games, but rather a way to bring awareness to the overpopulation of Chihuahuas in animal shelters.
They're playful and they're sweet, and they really make great companions. Just for some reason, they're overbred in our area, so the shelters just get too many.
Jill Tucker, Executive Director of Woods Humane Society, says that there are so many Chihuahuas in California that they are often shipped to other parts of the country. The race is doubled as a mega adoption event to help find owners for the shelter dogs. The shelter was able to find homes for 13 dogs on the day of the event, which is more than twice the average amount that are adopted on a normal day, according to Tucker. Erica Negley, a recent Cal Poly grad, entered her Chihuahua Ella into the race. Negley adopted Ella at Woods Humane Society 4 years ago when she was living on campus, choosing a Chihuahua because they are easy to care for and could easily be carried around campus. By the end of the day, Ella was named SLO County's fastest Chihuahua, which was surprising for Negley.
I didn't think she would win at all. After the first race, I didn't even realize she had qualified to the next round.
Ella is a natural racer.
Sometimes one of us stands at the top of the stairs and the other at the bottom to get her exercise and send her back and forth, but other than that, she didn't practice at all.
For the first place prize, Ella got her own professional photo shoot. Dan Dempster, Mustang News.
Ella sure is a cutie. The Woods Humane Society just got a new litter of adorable puppies. They are Lab, Shepherd, and Pit mixes. You can go online at www.woodshumanesociety.org or find them on Facebook for adopting listings and more information.
After years of vigilant school spirit, Musty the Mustang is finally ready to reveal his identity to the public. Allison Royal was there for the big reveal.
You have been the only Musty for the past 4 years, right? Do people always come up to you and try to, get you to talk to them and stuff like that? So do you kind of live kind of like a Hannah Montana double life? Are you ready to tell everyone who you really are? Are you ready?
Armando Vera is an architecture senior by day and Musty the Mustang by night.
Number one rule is try to keep your identity a secret for mascots.
Have you had any close calls where people have almost found out who you are?
Some of his roommates have found out over the years, but they've all kept his double life a secret.
Have you ever had people who are your good friends come up to you while you're dressed as Musty and they have no idea?
Yes.
Do you think your friends and family are going to be surprised?
Some of them.
Armando has done his best to keep his secret, but he's had a few close calls.
For the full interview, log on to mustangnews.net.
Coming up after the break, Cal Poly looks to improve its Big West standings against CSUN.
La 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 la.
We're here.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing.
I watch golf with him.
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
Hey, this job looks perfect. It says you need people skills.
Check.
Driver's license.
Check.
And a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that. You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Welcome back to Mustang News. I'm Shireen Baruchim with This Week in Sports. The Cal Poly baseball team will face CSU Northridge at home this weekend for their 6th Big West Conference Series. The team just returned from their first series loss against Long Beach State last weekend. They had won every Big West Conference Series before against Cal State Fullerton, UC Davis, Hawaii, and UC Irvine. Their first loss was this past Tuesday at Pepperdine. CSU Northridge is currently 10-8 in conference play and 24-25 overall. Cal Poly is currently 9-6 in conference play and 21-26 overall. Cal Poly football sent another one of its own to the pros. Former defensive end Josh Latuliga-Gasanoa signed a free agent contract with the Green Bay Packers.
So I got invited to the rookie minicamp. I found out last week my agent gave me a call. I didn't even really know that the Packers are interested in me like that much, but yeah, so I flew out there Thursday. They ran a bunch of body tests, like body scans, like just basically like physical stuff, and then got fitted for the helmet, gloves, cleats. Went out there Friday, had practice, had meetings. We came back in, and when we were going over the practice film, the coach was really talking about me. He said he really liked what I was doing. It was different from what the other guys were doing. So I'm supposed to be heading back out there this Saturday for player development, like a 5-week period of player development meetings and other off-season team activities. So there's 24 players they brought in as child players. They had 3 spots open. In the end, the last meeting for all the child players, they were bringing us all in there to say basically thanks for coming. We'll get back to you if you want. And then they pulled us 3. Or there's 4 of us that they pulled aside and they brought upstairs and they were like, yeah, we're going to end up signing you. They're going to fly me out there as soon as I'm done with my course. And then they told me they want me to walk the stage, so they're going to fly me back for graduation weekend and then fly me back right when graduation is done. I was never really into football until maybe my 8th grade year. Both my brothers played. My brother's in high school, my other brother played Pop Warner football. But my dad told me to try it, and then after that first season, I ended up falling in love with the game. And then from there on, I've been dreaming about making it to this level.
Stay tuned to Mustang News for more updates on Latula Gasanoa's NFL career. The Cal Poly men's soccer team is gearing up for the upcoming fall season. The team is currently undergoing player changes with a handful of seniors leaving and a new recruiting class arriving. 9 incoming players have already been announced for fall season. Captain of the team, Adam Olson, says that the spring season games have helped the players improve their skills and the dynamic of the team.
I think each game we learn something new and people start to perform at a higher and higher level each time.
Olson says he is looking forward to integrating the new members to their level of play. The team finishes up their spring season this weekend against Santa Clara. That's it for sports this week. Thanks for tuning in. Now to break.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Taking care of a family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Na 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 na. I love you so. I love you. I love you. La 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 la. La 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
I wish I was in school. If only I had a math test today. I'll stay after class. I'll clean the chalkboard. I wish I was in school.
School ends, but free lunches for your kids don't have to. Find your local food bank at feedingamerica.org/summer meals for help.
Team Star Wars, including Chi Omega, Phi Sigma Kappa, Tau Kappa Epsilon, won this year's 2017 Greek Week. By the end of the week, Cal Poly Greek Councils donated a total of $5,000 to Jack's Helping Hand. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Mustang News.
And we have a special treat for the end of the show tonight. We will give you a sneak peek at Cal Poly's new spring play, Stupid Effing Bird. I'm Ben Fletcher, and this is Anna George.
Well, it's about my character, Conrad, is trying to, find a way to use the art of theater as a medium and make it more relevant to the world.
No, not a rehearsal. It's a showing. It's not showing.
But Conrad could be considered sort of the main character since it's, he wrote Stupid Bird, the play, and now it's sort of meta-theatrical in that it's being performed, but it's something that he's already written.
You're born, and then you live, and then you die.